Hello, everybody. Mike Workman here with Alpha NFT, and this is video number 2 of my short videos on how to play Crypto Blades Kingdoms and what's going on. Well, hey guys, uh, I've been I've been fighting tooth and nail to get uh, people in my Discord to buy up some tier 2 land, tier 3 land, and a few hours after I made the prediction. Uh, Out in the world on streaming video and Twitter and such, um, the price of land went up sixfold. So, you know, now we're hoping the price of King comes down. Um, and it's actually gone up a little bit, 10-15%. But luckily, I bought some land while it was cheap. And, I just wished everybody could have got it for a lot cheaper. So, like I said, it's 6 times the price now. A lot of people are kicking themselves, but I would like to go ahead and continue uh, talking about um, what needs to be done in Crypto Blades Kingdoms to have an effective campaign. Just to highlight what I talked about in the last video, it was basically just uh, the map size and the 3 most important things you can do um, to start off the game very strong and very good. And those 3 things are to be there when the game opens up. You don't want to be a latecomer. Focus on production. And what was the third thing? Hmm. It was, oh yeah, talk to your neighbors, social. Um, so first things first, you want to be ready to jump into the game, have already bought your land, all that stuff, have decided your spot, maybe even uh, be in a guild. Um, we're taking in members, and we're not worried about having more than one guild. We'll work together and kind of learn faster that way too, right? More people branching out in their own directions, doing stuff, than coming back into a Discord and saying, "Hey, I've tried this, I've tried that. This works, that works." And so basically, that's the last video. And now for this video, I wanted to talk about uh, King token, silver, and gold. Those are going to be the money in Crypto Blades Kingdom. So, uh, King token is at an awesome price, in my opinion. For a billion coins, getting 5 for a penny is pretty good. I would love to see it go down in price, and I would love to get some for 10 for a penny, or even better if that's possible. I'm watching King Token a lot. Um, the crypto market is very unpredictable right now. Um, Watching the signs, it looked like we were going to go down across the board, but now with I think their company's Blackburn or something like that. They are in cahoots with Coinbase, and they're bringing in high level clients, mainly institutions and corporations, into the crypto world. They're a broker slash, their clients basically are super rich. So they're going to bring people into the market. Uh, some people are grabbing up random stuff right now. I know I did when I heard the news, and waiting to see if these institutions jack up the price of everything, which would be good. A boom would be nice. But then again, with more institutions controlling crypto, Even though it'll be regulated, it's it's going to be tough to make money unless you're really paying attention and you're in tune with how these corporations and entities uh, are going to go after making money. So it's predictable in a way, and then it's very unpredictable. Um, some people see stuff coming, and then for no apparent reason, because we're all human beings, right? We decide, hey, I'm going to do this now. And the word gets out, and a few huge entities do something in the market, which causes the rest of us to either miss out or to lose money. So you just got to be careful with more big players. And that being said, uh, you want to hoard up some king because king is how you get gold in Crypto Blades Kingdoms. And you need gold to facilitate every action uh, that's required a blockchain interaction. So, like upgrading your NFTs so that your buildings, uh, your village, uh, even your soldiers, uh, building them will cost you gold. So, you're going to need King token. Granted, uh, production of extra materials can be sold on the market and you can generate an income that way too. But um, you want to be self reliant and you don't want to be held back in the beginning at all. Um, when I talked about production yesterday in the last video, this is part of that. Money management, you have to have your king, you have to get some gold, and there's this other resource called silver. And silver is a reward token that you cannot trade with anybody, but you get it for burning villages. And the reason uh, they want us to burn villages is to keep the game alive and dicey and thriving, because at first people are going to branch out and settle and more players will be in the game. But if we start burning villages and taking away tiles, it's going to make the world shrink a little. Now, I don't think more than 10 or 15% of the conquered lands will get burned, but probably that percent will get burned. And what's that's going to do is kind of like uh, prevent inflation of production. And then that way the price of items can stay relatively okay. Um, I do expect to see major fluctuations in the game as people uh, do what they do, unpredictable stuff. So let me read what they say about silver here. Silver, a secondary resource, can be used wallet wide to do various things. So wallet wide, guys, if you have more than one village, you don't want to have multiple wallets. You can have 10, even 20 accounts on a wallet. What you're going to want to do is have two, three, or four accounts on one wallet. Um, for time constraints and expansion, you're not going to want uh, more than four accounts. I really looked into the math. So, whether you know this or not, real quick, uh, without too much detail, what happens is if you have a tier one village, you can capture up to five villages, and the villages that are capturable are going to be barbarian villages and certain plots of land, and then you can come in and build a farm and use that area. However, people can take it away from you. Also, uh, these lands will have a certain level. So, low level lands, if they're very close and convenient, maybe you want to take those over. But we're going to all want to go after the higher level conquerable lands. Another thing about burning villages to get silver is um, the silver matches the village score. So you want to boost that uh, and figure out what the best economical investment into resources to build up that village level so you can come in and get some silver, right? So to burn a village, you need to have an attacking army and a um, priest. And what happens to the village is you acquire it, and then you need to hold it for a certain amount of time, level it up, and then somehow at some point with the missionary, you're allowed to uh, burn the village. Um, I don't want to say I know exactly what's going to happen there, but I infer through reading things, I glean some ideas. So, silver can immediately reduce the building timer on an upgrade by 50%, but it costs 500 silver. So, if it takes all this time and effort to capture and then hold and then finally burn a village, um, it sounds like you need to be getting 1,000 silver for it, right? Or 500. Um, so these numbers they throw at us, I kind of go, huh, how many villages is that? You don't want it to be 10 villages, right? It'd take you forever to get 500 silver. But if you only had to burn one village for 500 or even 1,000 silver, um, that's more viable. That's more attractive time wise. Um, you can permanently increase the building upgrade queue for a village for 1,000 silver per upgrade, max 5 per village. So again, 1,000 silver is that uh, one village, two villages, three villages. Um, so enough about that. It there's more details there, but I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in there about how much silver is worth your time and effort, right? So um, you got to put uh, a hours of time type of figure onto these investments. Like you go to attack a dungeon, how long does it take? If you build a church and then build a missionary and then send the missionary out, um, they say that takes weeks to get a village to that level. So what do you do in the meantime? So production and having goals and just really worrying about the economy and what can you get uh, relatively cheap and fast versus getting stuck, running out of funds, running out of resources. So uh, the strategy to the game is pretty much basically focus on production and right now is the time to try to get some king token. Um, if this game is going to take off, um, we need about 8 times more holders than we have right now at the very least. So that's an 800% increase um, in the demand. And that's at the very, very least, guys. There's only 13,450, give or take, uh, King token holders. Um, I'd say 85% are um, companies and manipulators and just dummy accounts. Let's just say that. Um, and then 15, 12, maybe 15% are bona fide people, right? But guys, I look at the numbers for a while now, and unless there's like 100,000 or 150,000 holders minimum, uh, this game will never take off. It can't. Um, the people that control um, the King token, I'm already a top 20 holder, and I don't have that much invested. Okay, so what needs to happen is more King needs to be in more people's pockets. Uh, if nobody's using the crypto or holding the crypto or investing in the crypto, it's it's not going to be uh, usable. And then where does that leave the game, right? So um, very sensitive times right now. But I do expect crypto to boom, which will uh, flow some money out into the gaming sector. And I do expect um, things to be well. You know, I'm always hopeful, but I'm a realist. I've seen too many projects fail. I've been in so many failed projects. I've invested so much time, effort, money, and lost money almost every time, including with Crypto Blades and Crypto Blades Kingdoms. The investment is huge. I mean, it's like I could go get a condo somewhere, right? It's just gigantic. So, for most people, there's no way they could put that kind of money into the game. Um, so I put a lot of effort into thinking about what's going to happen, and uh, I want to give my best advice to everybody because I want the game to succeed. Um, I don't care if you know um, what I tell you guys sparks some creativity in your mind, and you get uh, a good idea, and you take over the whole game. I don't think that's going to happen, but uh, everybody needs to just either this game's a hit or it isn't. You know, so right now it is like Dungeons and Dragons back in 1979. Okay, nobody's heard of it, right? Um, Nobody cares about it, right? So uh, eventually, this game will catch on, but there's a lot of pitfalls I see right now that are just incredibly difficult to imagine. At a 9 to 5 job working person who comes home and plays video games after work or on the weekends, maybe 14, 15 hours a week, uh, can afford this game and their time to play this game unless there's a huge benefit. Like if you're making an extra $100 a week on this game, yeah, everybody's going to play it, right? But with crypto blades and price hikes on all the blockchains happening today, uh, and there's not a lot of interest in these games right now. The crypto market is kind of suffering right now. So a lot needs to happen, guys. Um, but enough of that. This video was just basically trying to let you guys know that uh, investing into this game is high risk, but if you're gonna do it, uh, I just threw in my 2 cents about gathering as much king as you can, because that gives you access to gold. It costs gold to send troops. It costs gold to execute build orders. Gold is used a lot in the game, and um, unfortunately, king and gold are a 1-to-1 ratio. So one king is one gold. So if we're getting 5 king right now for a penny, 5 gold is a penny. Okay. Well, what if it's 35 gold per building order? That adds up. You're going to have to put in at least 9 building orders or more, right? How about troop orders? I mean, there's 4 different types of troops. You'll probably build them 50 to 200 at a time. So in a day, you could possibly uh, make 1,000 troops. Well, how much will that cost per queue? Okay. Um, Upgrading to a point is going to be key. Uh, you want to get all the little tiny things out of the way first, the easy stuff out of the way first. That's why jumping into the game is early. And this game is so huge and monumental. Uh, the developers need to come out with a movie or something to make this work because uh, with 16% of America into crypto, how much of that percentage is gamers? And let's say 50% of the gamers come into Crypto Blades Kingdoms because it's cool, right? Well, guys, unfortunately, I'm seeing maybe 5% tops of the surviving crypto gamer people uh, even noticing that this game is alive. Um, Crypto Blades just exploded, right? But like a balloon, when you blow it up too much, it popped. And at one point, they were well over 100,000 users. And with PvP completely dead on every single blockchain, I doubt there's 10,000 people playing the game. So many people in my Discord just stopped playing, went out and attacked other games, milked them for what they could, got out of those games, got into other games. And when the price starts to drop, they sell everything and get out and move to another game. So um, I'm sticking around because after this video, I'm going to make another video on trading, on technical analysis. So I do fine in the crypto market. And right now, with the crypto market very sluggish, it's harder to make money. But if you can invest and get a profit during these times, it just makes you better at trading. So for a while, I was really slinging the king. It was pretty predictable when it's going to drop, when it's going to go up, when it's going to drop, when it's going to go up. And it still is, but uh, you got to be patient because uh, King has had some very, very big drops. Think about it. It went as high as 80 cents, 85 cents, something like that. And now it's down to 1/5 of a penny. Okay. It's under 1/5 of a penny. So that's a huge decline. So you can get burned in this game very easily. Um, and I'm talking about cryptocurrency, not just crypto blades kingdoms. Uh, you can get burned real easy. So, guys, I hope some of the ideas and what I'm talking about is getting through to you about how to play these video games, and specifically why I like Crypto Blades Kingdoms is because if it is a success, um, the way the this game will be, tribal wars type of game, is a lot of what you take out of the game, you'll have to put back in. So the as the world gets bigger, there's going to be more people with higher demands, needing to trade more, focusing more on getting rewards and doing dungeons and attacking enemies. And it's just going to create this overwhelming need for resources. And hopefully the game's full, you know. Right now, I think it's 1% full of 1/25th of the land. So there's 6.25 million lands, um, and they only made 100, no, 1,000,000 lands available. So that's 1/6 of the available lands, and not even 1% of those lands are taken, right? So what's 1% of 1,000,000? That's 100,000. Um, there's no way 100,000 lands have been sold. Uh, I'm out there looking at the map all the time for, hey, maybe I should start another colony here. Maybe I should start another colony here. Hey, I have 2 or 3 colonies going. Maybe I should uh, get another one because then I can have a colony in each quadrant. Uh, and as I build up what I'm putting into the game, I also have to manage my risk. And um, when the price dropped, I got aggressive, but now the price has gone up overnight 6 times, 584% to be exact. There's no way I'm buying another tier three at that price. Um, I'm not going to buy 20 tier ones anymore. In fact, I was toying with buying 100 tier ones. That's not going to happen. Um, but what is going to happen is I'm going to be happy with what I got, and I'm going to talk to you guys about getting into the game, playing the game. It's going to be awesome. You can make some money at this game. I am very sure of that. However, um, what's going to happen is you're going to need to put money back into the game to keep recovering from attacks and keep expanding and keep growing. But then you'll bring in more money, right? And it's kind of a cycle of what level do you get at before you just start, milking it. So um, that's the fun. That's the fun in the game. Is when do you take out some ROI, and how much do you take out? And I have a formula for that I'll have to tweak out as I go. And oh, my little Navy sign fell down of America. Oh well. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'm gonna make another video tomorrow about Crypto Blades Kingdoms. I'll touch on the basics a little more and throw in some insight. I hope you guys enjoy that commentary about what I think is going on, and leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Thanks. Take care, everybody.